This is not about the people. This is about an ideology, right? So you can't change people.
What it really should be about is creating an environment for girls and women to participate in sports safely and fairly.
I stand with a company that goes against any kind of discrimination, and so I agree with Skate Canada on the matter. I don't think it's the job of government to be involved in such matters or target an already minority group.
We're out here in Alberta today asking people about Skate Canada pulling major skating competitions out of the province.
The move is in response to that province's legislation that bans transgender girls from female sports.
This week, Skate Canada announced it will no longer host national or international figure skating events in Alberta. That's not a rumor, that is straight from their official statement. Skate Canada says the reason it's pulling its events out of Alberta is because of the province's new Fairness and Safety Sports Act, which governs the participation of transgender athletes in female sports. According to Skate Canada, the law conflicts with their national standards for what they call safe and inclusive sport. They say they can't host events under that law while still maintaining their policies. Importantly, they're talking about only national and international competitions, so it doesn't stop Alberta skaters from taking part in Skate Canada's local programming, thankfully.
Place in, and they say that they reviewed Alberta's Fairness and Safety in Sport Act, with the organization now saying that it's unable to host events in this province while maintaining its national standards for safe and inclusive sport.
Alberta Premier Danielle Smith responded sharply to the announcement, calling Skate Canada's decision disgraceful, saying the province expects an apology. Her government's position is that Alberta's law is about protecting fairness and safety in sport and that choosing to enforce it shouldn't mean losing events.
They've got a lot of gall saying they're going to boycott Alberta. Tell me about it.
Well, I'll just say that Boxing Canada has not taken the same view and Curling Canada has not taken the same view. I think that they've taken the view that they want to make sure that girls and women have the opportunity to participate in sport without having to face athletes that were born male. I think that Skate Canada is going to find that they're on the wrong side of this issue. Even the IOC is talking about creating new rules. I guess we'll see them in the new year. And I think they should rescind their policy because what it really should be about is creating an environment for girls and women to participate in sports safely and fairly.
What's your reaction to that?
What is my reaction? Yeah, I do think that's quite shocking. Like I'm a student at U of C, and like kind of seeing that as a big event, an activity, skating at the Oval. I think that is like pretty surprising. I think that is quite shocking.
Well, women need to be protected above all else. I have two daughters. I want to protect them. They skate, they play hockey. They need to be protected. Yeah, that's for sure.
I stand with a company that goes against any kind of discrimination, and so I agree with Skate Canada on the matter. I don't think it's the job of government to be involved in such matters or target an already minority group.
Like for me, it's like if women, like that's women opinion. Like if they think like they should not compete in their sport, that's like not my opinion. That's like you should ask like women of skating federation, I think.
Danielle Smith is totally out to lunch, and she should just get out of the business of telling people what to do and let the professionals decide what should happen.
So you would mostly agree with Skate Canada and on that situation?
Absolutely. And I'm glad they've decided not to bother to have their competitions here.
I think it's unfortunate.
Again, what they're showing is not for the people, it's for an idea. So they need to do a turnaround on that, bring the people back to the sports, and it doesn't matter who you are, what color you are, and all that kind of stuff. Let's just play some ball.
Would you say that the Skate Canada decision is more of a political one or a sporting one?
Political. Totally political. Yeah. They're not thinking about sports. They're not thinking about women.
Yeah, my take on that is that it should be something that is decided upon, within the division or sports division itself. That's what I think. But
Skate Canada is a publicly funded organization. Should a publicly funded organization such as them be making political decisions, or should they stay kind of more neutral on things?
Well, I don't know if it's so much a political decision to me. To me, it's I don't know. It's hard to say, but I don't feel it's a political decision.
Like the women on the sport, they should decide like if they should compete or not.
The women should decide.
I would not choose for them. I'm not able to choose to decide for them.
That's good. Maybe we should get the women's opinion. What would they like to see?
No, for me, I'm completely aligned with my son. Well, it's just ask the people and to see if they want to compete first, and if they want to compete, perhaps it would be good to have just one competition for them. I don't know after, but yeah.
That's right. Maybe Skate Canada shouldn't be making such a broad decision for all of its skaters.
I think if it's a public organization, they should have the interests of the public in it. And I do agree it's like a divisive topic, but if they're considering those of like their population, the people that they service, and the public stands with them and that's their decision, I agree with that.
It feels very political to me. Yes, absolutely.
I think it probably stems from a legitimate sports concern because it has, like, in Olympic sports and competition, it has actually been an issue. I'd say it's a mix of both. Yeah. It's hard to say, yeah.
One political decision on Danielle Smith's part, and she should just let the medical field decide what should be best for people in Alberta.
I think they should stay neutral as much as possible. Yeah.
It's publicly funded, then we have a choice, right? We have the voice. And this is not about the people. This is about an ideology, right? So you can't change people. So.
At Rebel News, we like to regularly hit the streets and find out what the people think. If you want to keep supporting our work, please go to rebelfieldreports.com and leave a donation. As always, stay strong and stay free. For Rebel News, I'm Angelica Toy, and Merry Christmas.